This is news you can use, and Matt, we mean you as much as everybody else, myself included. Hey, it is beginning to feel more and more like spring. I don't have any more snow on the yard. That means yard work, gardening prep is coming right down the path if you're not already doing it. So that's why it's so topical to have Dr. Cheryl Vincent in today. She's a chiropractor and the owner of Simsbury Chiropractic and Wellness Center. She's got some advice on how we can sort of protect our backs and our joints and bones as we try to tackle our yards and gardens. And I should say, our good friend Elisa joining. You're going to be doing all of the demonstrations for us, which is fine with me. Doctor, a pleasure to see you again.
Nice to see you.
All right, why don't you just talk to us about what the most common types of sprains and strains you see this time of year?
So, we all do it. The weekend warrior, the first nice day, we're out there 100%. And so we see a lot of low back strains and sprains as well as shoulders, sometimes into the neck. It just depends on what you're actually doing. Now,
we were talking a little bit before about some of these sometimes can be a sort of a cumulative use injury, maybe with parents holding babies. Is it yard work? Is it, with a lot of these cases, just one sort of sudden movement that does it, or is it repetitive motions? What is it?
It's both. It's actually both. So the setup really is the repetitive motion, and then it just doesn't take too much to make that one last wrong move, as everybody knows. Or it could be just that you think you can lift way more than you do, and you're doing it incorrectly. So that's why Elisa's here to show us how to do it correctly today.
All right. Well, we've got the props here. Yeah, let's get right to it. Are we going to start with the wrong way first?
Well, actually, we're going to start with what I wish people would do, which is actually to warm up their spine.
Okay.
So, think about your gardening just like you would a workout. You wouldn't start working out if you didn't warm up. And so here Elisa is showing us the rotation of the whole spine. Lisa, look with your neck too, and use your legs, warm up your hips, and shoulder rolls, really big circles, especially back, because so much of what we do is using our front muscles. Stretching back actually helps those front muscles as well.
That was a dead-on impersonation of my 7-year-old when I tell him to calm down.
Flap it. Yeah. So she's going to show us the wrong way to rake first, because raking is one of those things that people still do. And when you really twist and extend your spine, right, that's the worst thing for your low back, really the worst thing. So instead, if you actually use your body, use your legs, almost make it like a dance. Pretend you're having fun out there while you're raking, and that actually will really be helpful.
That's actually that's a good analogy. I've never heard anybody say sort of treat it as if it's a dance. Get your legs into it like that.
Get your legs. Use your whole body, not just your back. And that really, I can't say enough. The twisting and extending, whether you're shoveling or raking, that's actually the worst thing for your low back.
Yeah. So we got rotational problems. Now about lifting things.
Lifting things. So here we are with our bag, and if you just slump over like lots of people do, and try to pick something up, that's not going to work. That's really bad for your back. So instead, she's going to show us proper lifting, which is to pull your belly button in, hinge at the hips, pull that item close enough to you, and then hold it tight. So it's actually like picking up a child. So you know how bad it is when you're trying to get somebody out of a car seat and it's such an awkward position. The closer that item can be, or anything you're trying to lift to your body, is going to be safer and better.
And getting the butt out is also what's going to help load the knees so that it's not too much.
That's right, using your legs. So, we've been told this, but actually you think about how it looks, and it's really quite common that people just slump to pick up, or they're really yanking when they go to rake or shovel.
Yeah. And I would think, and I'm just guessing here, I think most people understand that you do want to bend at your knees. But I just want to re-illustrate the point you were trying to make about keeping the weight close to you, because the load, it increases almost exponentially the further away it gets.
Absolutely.
Just figure out, go try to open one of your windows while keeping your arms out like that. You're not going to be able to do it, and yet it doesn't, it's not a lot of weight on there, so it's the same sort of thing.
That's right. So the closer you can hold it, and same thing when you're doing small, like low-level gardening, shoveling, you want to be down on your hands and knees, or you want to be as in a deep squat, if you can do that, if your knees can tolerate it, so that you can actually be close to the ground that you're digging, and you're not way out reaching. So.
We have any last little tips before we go? We're almost out of time. I think that's covered the two main ones, at least.
That's the two main ones. And then I always plug, that's also a good time for a personal detox, a spring cleanse for your body. So that can be done in a lot of different ways, and we have a really great program that we utilize in our office. So.
I've been eating a lot more vegetables and counting calories for the past week, which is probably why I'm a little ornery.
There you go.
But it's a good point to make, Doctor.
And starting next week, after we get through this holiday weekend, it's a good time to to clean up both the yard and yourself.
Yes. So there you go. Stay safe while you do it. It is a time of year where those injuries, those back injuries can spike up. Well done, Elisa.
Very good.
But she's
Thank you
in
so
shape
much.
anyway. You can tell.
She's a good one.
All right. Still ahead on the Fox 61 Morning News. We do have a little dog up for adoption. I don't even know if it's a him or a her. Cute as a Dickens, one way or the other. You'll get to meet him/her.